On today's show, Anica Hankey highlights some of the clubs starting up at Rock Hill that you can join. With forensics participating in a mock lab, we get to show how exactly this class is preparing its students for the real world. These stories and more on this edition of HTN Daily. Good afternoon, Rock Hill. I know it's been pretty gloomy outside for the past couple of days, but we are officially halfway through the week, and that's definitely something to be excited about. I'm Madison Wells, and thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of HTN Daily, live from Studio 1060. To start off today's show, I'm going to send it over to Anica Hankey with today's news.
Thank you, Madison. Here are today's announcements. The Video Game Club is one of the many clubs meeting virtually during SOAR time on Fridays. The club, which is led by Miss Laura Muturon, allows students with a common interest in video games to come together. Whether their favorite game is Fortnite or one of the classics like Galaga, the club has something for everyone. If you are interested in joining, use the Google Classroom code DLMEELC. The art department is working on their next big project and is on the hunt to find items such as cloth scraps and cereal boxes. If you have any of these items lying around at your home on the screen, bring them into the room 1301 to help these students build a scrap bucket to use for their future projects. Mu Alpha Theta is now accepting applications for membership. The organization is a nationally recognized math honor society dedicated to inspiring a keen interest in math. Any student interested in applying must have completed Algebra 1, Geometry, and be currently enrolled in Algebra 2 or higher, while also maintaining a 3.0 GPA or higher in math classes. To apply, talk to your math teacher to get the link to the application. This morning, students enrolled in forensics class participated in a mock lab. The lab included a detailed crime scene of which students examined while also collecting evidence. This experience allows students to get a perspective of what a career in forensics would look like in the real world.
This class is called Forensic Science, and so this is to make sure that the students have a real world experience pertaining to this field.
Really love just getting to experience it like it is a real world experience. So yeah, it was a really fun idea, and I really think that it would help anybody who wants to be in that field.
With it being Hispanic Heritage Month, Beau Cormican sat down with Coach Sean Stanton for today's Chew and Chat.
Thanks, guys. Welcome back to Chew and Chat. This week, we got Coach Sean Stanton here. He's a baseball coach. He also teaches Spanish, and he does some other things. We'll get into that later in the show. First of all, Coach, how you doing today?
Doing fantastic. Muy bueno.
Right. That's perfect. So today, if he gets a question wrong, y'all know the drill. He's going to have to eat an interesting food. This week we got him Spanish themed because of Hispanic Heritage Month. So I'm going to dive right in with our first question. Now, I know you're a baseball coach. I'm assuming you're a fan of the Rangers.
Okay.
Is that correct?
Not this year, because they're
not
not
this year.
well.
Okay. I don't know a lot about sports, but I was just assuming here. But do you know what the original name of the Texas Rangers was called? This one's also multiple choice. A, the Senators. B, the Colonels. C, the Rebels. Or D, the Twins.
I know this answer, but I'm going to get it wrong and say the Twins.
Really? Okay, what's the real answer?
Senators.
That's correct. All right, but he'll take a food.
That's
Khshaeta.
right. Fat
He's
guy
gonna
wants
bring.
to eat.
What do we have here? Some plantain
go.
chips.
Okay.
Actually, let's take a look.
Not bad.
How was it? What's the taste like? I don't think I've ever had the plantain before.
Dry.
Dry.
Is that a taste?
I'll taste one. I guess dry's a taste. Yeah, you're right. That's
Very
dry. All right. Now, I know, speaking of baseball and baseball teams, I know you spent a year in your life living in Bolivia. Is that correct?
2 years, yep.
2 years. There you go. How many baseball teams are there in Bolivia?
Absolutely none. In fact, I tried to teach some kids to play baseball there, and
Really?
it was not good.
There actually
Rocks are everywhere, so baseball and rocks don't mix.
there actually is one baseball team in Bolivia, the national baseball team of
I
Bolivia.
had no clue.
So, yep.
Maybe it's the kid that I taught. Now
Yeah.
he's like a professional.
He went on to.
There you go.
You got it.
So I get to eat again? Oh,
We have
gosh.
some
Do you have
Takis here.
drinks?
No, you're just gonna have to
That's really
suffer
good.
a
I'm
little
gonna have
bit.
2 of those.
Yeah. Takis were originated in Mexico.
You're not going to get any of the Takis?
All right, you know what? Fine. Fine, I'll do that on
Don't be a
this.
weenie, man.
What'd you have, 2? All right.
Stop 3 and both of them.
I know you also alongside teaching Spanish and baseball, I know you also teach driver's ed sort of outside the school. I know this from personal experience. He was my teacher.
That's right.
And I did pass my
I don't know
driver's
if I
test.
want to take credit for Beau or not.
Well, so I got one here for you. What is the penalty for a hit and run in Texas? I'm going to leave this one open-ended because you should know this.
I'll say $1,000.
$1,000. That is $4,000 short. The penalty for a hit and run is actually $5,000.
Dang it.
Sorry.
Talkie got caught in your throat.
Went down the wrong throat.
I'm going to say that I missed that one on purpose too, so I could eat this.
All right, gotcha.
Oh, here we go. A little chips and salsa. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, sure. I'm really struggling here.
Hopefully that's a little better.
I'm struggling more than you are. That's not the idea here. All right, well, thank you, Coach Stanton, for being on the show today. I really appreciate it. Everyone remember National Hispanic Heritage Month. I'm going to send it back to you guys over the desk. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, Beau.
That's all for today's show. For HTN Daily, I'm Anica Hankey.
And I'm Madison Wells. Mask up and rock on.